You're listening to Real Talk Texas with local expert Steve Hakes. Now, here's Steve.
Welcome back. Today we're talking about the real estate market in North Texas, and I'm really excited about what's going on. It's kind of unprecedented, and I've been in the business since '99 as a lender, and very tied closely to what's going on with the realtors and builders in North Texas. And one of the things that we're working on today is really trying to figure out, okay, how do you manage this? I mean, we've got reports here from the MetroTex Board of Realtors, Association of Realtors, that, you know, the market in the first quarter, home prices, if you weren't listening earlier, home prices went up 8% in the first quarter of 2013 over 2012. 8%. That's pretty huge. So I think we got to think as buyers or as people getting ready to sell our houses, we got to think pretty strategically in how we go to market and how we engage. It's not a buyer's market anymore. It's truly a seller's market. So it's even more important now, I believe, that you engage with the proper professional. So, you know, one of the things I think you should do in today's market is number one, you really need to find a realtor that meets up with your personality and really is a top quality realtor, and someone that can represent you when you're going to make an offer. That carries a lot of weight. Believe it or not, all these realtors know each other, and if they get an offer from some realtors that are very professional, they've got a good mortgage person behind them that's issued the prequalification or pre-approval letter, they're more apt to take that offer than someone that they may feel is not as professional and just kind of winging it and throwing out offers. So those days are gone when you could go in really as a buyer and just shoot off offers to people. So because of the marketplace and what's happening, there's not enough inventory out there. It's being more and more important that you engage with the right professionals to help you get the best offer made on a property and accepted. And we were talking earlier, I mean, I've got several buyers that I've pre-qualified, and they're making offers on houses, but they just haven't got them accepted yet. So we're waiting, and we're there behind them. We've got a new strategy I'm going to share with you a little later in the show about how to fix that. But that's the key. I really believe is finding the right realtor, and they could help you get that contract issued right away, maybe get your house offer in front of that listing agent within hours. So I think that's so important. So I think, you know, there's several reasons why I think and why the MetroTex Association of Realtors believes that the home prices might continue this upward trend throughout the 2013. And one of them is home buyers' confidence has improved. People know that we're way past the bottom in pricing. I think that, you know, most people I talk to realize that. And mortgage rates continue to stay at historically low rates. I still can't get over how low our rates are right now. So if you're thinking about that and you don't know about what's going on with rates, make sure you give me a call. And inventories remain low. So it's that supply and demand thing, right? So not enough homes out there. A lot of buyers wanting, there's pent up. I believe there's a lot of pent up demand. People have waited. The average person stays in their house 5 years. So there's been a lot of people that have waited for the market to turn. And that's what's happening out there today. So it's good news for the sellers. It can be good news for buyers too, because you can feel confident in your activity, go out and buy those. So, you know, there's a lot of MetroTex realtors throughout North Texas, and they'll tell you that the market is far exceeding everyone's expectations right now through the first quarter with no signs of slowing down. This is the exact time for someone who wants to sell a home or move up. It's a very favorable condition to sell your house and move up to the next level house. So where would you start? Where do you go to find a good realtor and start your interview process? And I highly recommend that you call 3. It's almost like anything else. My dad always told me, get 3 bids. You know, on anything that you do. If you've got a situation, get a second opinion, whether it's your health or whatever. I think you need to interview 3 realtors. You can go to dfwrealestate.com. That's dfwrealestate.com. That's a MetroTex site, and you can find a realtor that's nearby you. I think you should find someone that lives by you or somebody that has an office by you so they know your marketplace, or maybe one that is in the market you're moving to. If you're downtown and moving to a suburb, you want to find a realtor in that suburb, or vice versa. It just makes common sense. So there's a lot of things going on with home buying, and if you're thinking about listing your house, if you're thinking about buying a house, you need to pull out your cell phone. You need to put in my number for the show here. It's 817-925-2546. That's the place to send a text and just say buy or sell, and we'll get you engaged with the right people. We have a lot of experts on our show here that we can put you in touch with to make sure that you find that right realtor that's going to help you do the best job when you're going to go buy a house or list your house. So 817-925-2546, and just send that text to the show or leave a voicemail to the show, and we'll put you in touch with that. So now I'd like to talk about, okay, we've got a lot of situations out there where I've got buyers we've pre-qualified. Let me explain to you the difference between pre-qualification and pre-approval. Okay? In the state of Texas, you can issue a pre-qualification letter, and it's pretty standard and has a lot of outs for the lender as far as you don't have a complete file. So you're disclosing that, yes, based on what the client has told you, this person is qualified to buy a house at this price range with this type of loan product. And those are issued every day, and that's our first step when we talk to you on the phone. We're going to take your application on the phone. It takes about 15 minutes, so don't think that it's going to take forever. And then the next step that happens, we send you a checklist of items to back up what you told us. Okay, you said you made this, so we want to see pay stubs and bank statements and for what your assets are, and we pull your credit so that we know what your liabilities really are. And sometimes people are surprised at what's on their credit. So that's an even more important reason to call up and have us pull your credit, and that way you know what's happening on there, and you've got some time to get any errors that are on there corrected before you do that. And we've got some good resources to help you if you've got dings on your credit. We've got some really good people out there that can really help you with that. Rising Point Solutions is a great one in Grapevine, Texas, and they're rated very well. I think perfect rating with the Better Business Bureau. And I refer them a lot because I've never had a complaint back from people that engage with them to improve their credit or to correct any errors that are on there. You can do these things yourself, but I don't know about you, but I'm pretty busy. I'd rather pay somebody that's an expert in something so they can get it done quickly and accurately rather than me trying to go on the line and try to figure out how to get these things done. So I would give Rising Point a shout if you've got that situation. So, the difference is, okay, we got a pre-qualification. We typically will take your information. We run your credit, and then we put in your income, how much money you got in the bank, what you've got saved up for a down payment. It always surprises me when people call up for a pre-qualification, and I ask the question, well, what have you saved up for a down payment? And there's a pause on the other end of the line. The days of not having to put in money out of your pocket to buy a house are gone. So, you have to know that you're going to have to save up. Typically on FHA, it's 3.5% down. So, and that's, and let me explain something. If down payment can be gifted in some cases, in some cases it can't. If you have a FHA home right now and you're getting ready to move and you've only owned your FHA home for a few years and you're going to rent it out or keep it or something like that, you may not qualify for another FHA home. So you're going to have to go with a Fannie Mae product or a Freddie Mac product, which we call conforming loans. And so those loans conform to their guidelines. And on a Fannie Mae, you're going to need 5% of your own money for the down payment. You cannot get a gift for that. So you're going to have to save money, start a savings account. I always say, for first-time buyers, there really needs to be a program out there where a lot of people do first-time buyer seminars, and they talk about just basically, how to get free money or bond money, and those things are available. I can do those loans as well and get you the bond programs, but those are income restrictive. You have to be at a lower income level to qualify for those bond programs or down payment assistance programs, but those are out there if you need them. But so in general, I just feel like, I don't know, first time I bought my house in 1984, I think it was, I didn't have a down payment. So what I did is I set up a separate savings account. I got a second job, and at night I threw boxes at Yellow Freight and made $75 a night every time I did, and that $75 went into my home savings account. And over a period of a year, I saved up enough money for a down payment on a house. And I think that's responsible. And I try to counsel my buyers in the same way. I mean, sometimes you got to do things extraordinary to make things happen for you personally. And so it's a little bit of that, being disciplined, saving your money, show me you can do that. A lot of times I can qualify people, they're renting right now for $1,000 a month. And with the tax savings and things, that equates to somewhere around $1,300 a month in a home mortgage. So I'll ask them, they'll say, yeah, I can do that $1,300. And then I look at the bank account and they've got $100 in there. And I said, well, okay, go ahead and save that extra $300 a month for 6 months, then come back, you'll have your down payment. So there's different ways to do that. I guess I'm more of a realist, and I really try to give people the best advice, honest advice, and try to help them get into a home responsibly so that they're there for the long term and they don't have all this stress and pressure of home ownership that can come if you overextend yourself. So I'm on my pulpit today. You can probably tell that. I mean, we really have had an exciting month so far. The purchase business really hit our office early. Normally, we see that happening in May, June, but April, it's off the charts. I mean, we're closing so many loans right now. We've got a lot of realtors that trust us out there to take care of their clients, and we appreciate that. Stay tuned. I'm going to talk to you more later in the next segment. We're going to get into how to change from a pre-qual to a pre-approval so that when you go buy a house, that offer gets accepted. You're listening to KLIF AM 570, News and Information. This is the Real Talk Texas show.